What up, y'all? I am headed out now. It's my lunch break and I'm trying to get some gift cards for my team. I want to get them some gift cards because that's something that my manager has always stressed about, kind of showing some form of appreciation. So I'm going to try to continue that motto of showing appreciation to the team. Anyway, I'm a little down today, y'all. How do I want to say this? Making content regarding money in any scenario, whether that's budgeting or just life experiences, because the videos that I make are based on my own life experiences. They're not meant to give financial advice or tell you what to do, because money is a very personal thing. So, but I'm telling you, anytime you talk about stuff like that, it's so emotional. There's so much emotion tied around money. It's like people get really, really angry, or they get really insulted. Sometimes it's like, oh, you're lying, like you're not saving money. Nobody's saving money in this economy. You're lying. Or why are you trying to, you're not low income. And I'm like, I never said I was low income, ever. Not one video of mine have you ever heard me label in any way the type of income that I make. And then it's, well, your husband's paying all the bills and that's the reason why. And I'm like, number one, my husband has talked up here before. You didn't see him, but he talked about the fact that, there is an income disparity between our incomes. And actually, I make more than him. And he doesn't mind me saying that because, he doesn't mind me saying that. It's just the truth. I mean, I don't put him down for it. We are a team, so I don't know. I don't know what people's mindsets are these days, but I attribute it to the fact that, a lot of people are going through a lot of things right now. And I'm cognizant of that. In fact, geez Louise, I come from this in an angle of the fact that I have been low income. Geez, y'all, I have been homeless, okay? Not just low income. I've been on the streets, on ye old streets before. So, I come to this conversation, this avenue as it relates to money, in a manner of the fact that I can relate to a lot of different scenarios. And I've not been hiding anything as it relates to what I have personally experienced and been through. It's weird. People are, I don't know. I think with the climate right now, people think that you're trying to flex sometimes when you're not. They think you're trying to criticize others' decisions when you're not. It's so much stuff with budgeting. People think you don't shop. They think you don't buy stuff. I buy stuff all the time. I'm getting ready to buy stuff right now. You know what I mean? Like, budgeting is not about the fact that you never buy anything. It can get that extreme. It depends on how far you take it. But it's not about not ever buying anything. It's about making your money work in the manner that you want it to, and that leaves you in a situation where you are more abundance. put you in a better financial situation. That's really all it's about. It's not really about flexing. Money is a freaking tool. It's not even like all that people make it out to be. Is money necessary in the world we live in? Yeah. Is it everything? Absolutely not. Like, if you place money above all, like, you've got some serious thinking to do, because money is a thing that can come and go. Your life isn't. Your life is not one of those things. Well, it can come and go, but you don't get another shot at it. With money, when it goes, you have another shot to make more. When your life goes, it's over. It's lights out. It's game over. So if you value money above any and everything, I feel really bad for you. I feel really, really bad for you. But I'm just venting because it's hard to not give in to feeling like you have to show everything. Like, one of the content creators that I watch, I actually used to be subscribed, no longer subscribed because some things happened. But I've watched this content creator say stuff like, number one, I'm not even going to go into that. I'll just say that people have a tendency to live in a bubble. And we have a tendency, no matter what you're going through, you have a tendency to think you're the only... You either think you're the only person in the world going through that, or you think that everybody in the world is just like you. It's like one of those extremes. And I really... I wish people wouldn't do that, because they kind of make themselves short-sighted to what is really happening around them. Are a lot of people going through it right now? Yes. Like, yeah. But is everyone just struggling to eat and struggling to get by? No. And it may not be a large percentage of people that aren't going through that, but it's still like every single person around is not going through that. And I try to make it kind of balanced on my channel. I try to be balanced in that view, because to not recognize that people are going through it is just ignorance. And then, well, I guess I could say it's ignorant to not realize that there are people who aren't experiencing it as bad as others. Like, that would be ignorant too. And yeah, I don't know. I've seen so many things that I've mentioned this once before on another video, that I feel like people almost get angry, especially when people are rich. Oh my God, they hate them. Doesn't matter if they're self-made, doesn't matter if they got it out the mud. It's like people hate these folks for accumulating any type of wealth or well-being. It's like they immediately go to the hate list. And I just think that's, I don't know. And I don't even really have wealth. I'm building wealth. You know, I'm trying to build something, not just for me, but for my daughter to have, because we don't get that in our community. We don't get that a lot. We don't get someone actually leaving us something of significance. And I want to be able to do that for my grandchildren. I want to be able to do that for those behind me. But let me go in here and get this gift card. So, which one? We don't have Claire's. Bath and Body Works. Happy birthday. Got this one. They got MasterCard ones too. Let's see. Oh, I like this one better. I like that one better. Buying a gift card to pay someone. You may be a scam victim. Never provide cards to anyone. Okay. She uses that. Guess I just ended up making Jeff Bezos richer. But that's what I got for them. And I love those little Mickey Mouse cards right here. I think they're really cute. The little thank you cards. So hopefully they'll be happy. I know it's not a lot, but it's something. So hopefully they like it. So anyway, I've just been contemplating whether to do budgeting content in this climate, but I don't want to stop because it's just something that we don't talk about enough. Like, we just do not discuss money, partly because of the evil thoughts that a lot of people have around money, instead of looking at it as a tool. You know, I don't know. But yeah, that's one thing. It's been kind of weighing on me. I'm like, you know, part of the reason I started doing this type of content is simply because it's just something that I'm really passionate about in my personal life. So it's something that I know I could do a lot without ever getting bored about it. And then at the same time, it's something that, you know, like I said, I'm just passionate about. But then, you know, there are other things that I know I'll be doing as the weather warms up, more outdoor stuff that I'm really into and dig into. So I know it'll change up, but it's just, I don't know, bothers me. And then I wanted to talk about the student loan thing, because I know a lot of people are talking about this whole student loan crisis, that people are getting garnishments, and I've been asked to talk about that. And at first I was like, no, don't think I'm going to do it. But then I got an email. It's like, we want your opinion on it because you have paid your student loans off. How are you feeling about... What the Go ahead. Sorry, y'all. Somebody is almost like gonna hit me. I was like, what in the world? But yeah, I've been asked many times about that, and so I'm going to just give my thoughts on the whole student loan garnishment thing. I paid my student loans off. Yes, true indeed. Does that mean that I feel like some revamping doesn't need to be done in this system? Absolutely not. I think it is a system that almost require, and it's the schools. It's not really the student loan program that's the problem. It's the schools charging these outrageous amounts of money to go there, and that's fed by the fact that we have student loans available. So that caused them to be able to increase their tuitions, because now they know that people can afford these exorbitant amounts because the government is going to give it to them, and they can use that. So as far as the garnishment is concerned, there's been some misinformation out there, or either they're just deliberately leaving it out. The government is not like just everybody that has student loans, now we're just going to garnish your pay. That's not how this is working. The government is garnishing folks that have not made a student loan payment in nearly a year. And it's hard for me to have sympathy for that, because no matter what you owe, like even if you can't pay it, like you literally can't afford it, I can tell you this: student loans are the easiest to get put off, deferred, or hardship forbearance. I mean, you literally have to pick up the phone and say, I'm going through something and I don't have the money to pay this, and work out a plan. And this is coming from someone who has been in default before. When I was in my 20s, I went into default, and it was the dumbest thing to ever do, because I went into default. No, it wasn't even my 20s. It was my early 20s. It was the dumbest thing to do, because I went into default because I was broke. And literally all I had to do was tell them I'm broke, and I could have avoided that whole situation. Because when I did get everything straightened out, it literally required a phone call. It took me about 20 minutes. Everything was done. They put my payments down to, I think it was $25 a month at that time. And that was it. Like, I'm not sure why people get afraid to deal with their bills. Like, I know when someone has, I know the cost of student loans is high. Like, some people have 6 figures in student loan debt, and they don't even really want to deal with it. They don't even really want to try to deal with that kind of debt. I get it. I'm going to sit here for a second. So I get that part. I definitely get that part. But, it's so easy to call somebody and work something out. And that's the part that I can't get past. That's the part where I'm like, I know the economy is bad, but I also know that the phone works and that you could call them and try to work something out. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that part, because like I said, they don't even put you in default until you're 270 days late. And then they don't even go to the next step until it's like 300 and something like that. That's really difficult for me to be like, because you're avoiding bills. I guess the bottom line is, avoiding what you owe does not make it go away. And that's student loans, that's credit cards, that's anything, a debt. Ignoring it doesn't make it evaporate, like just go into thin air. You have to deal with it at some point, or you have to face consequences of what happens when you don't deal with it. Like credit cards, they sue people all the time. Absolutely do. They sue people, and their judgment can permit them to garnish your pay as well. And you're going to see much more of that in today's climate, because if you're thinking about the economy, thinking about how things are going, thinking about companies are experiencing some hits from this too, they're going to be trying to go after their money by any means necessary. So you're going to see a lot more judgments, a lot more garnishments, a lot more of that stuff. So the best thing would be to call them and try to work it out. Like, try to work something out. Tell them your situation. Explain what you make. But hiding from it, I guess you could work under the table 24/7, but it's just not a good idea to hide from debt. You need to just go ahead and do the thing that you need to do. And that's really all I have to say about that. I'm not opposed to student loan forgiveness to a degree. I'm not opposed to garnishments because I can't be opposed to it, because it's like, it's so long. It's such a long period of time before they're going to garnish you. And there's so many people that are so like going crazy because they think that they're in that number. But if you've been making your payments, or if you've handled your business and called them, that you're not in that number. So I just think there's some misinformation out there, and some people are worried about something that they need not worry about. And then I feel like there are other situations where, come on now, it's a long time to just have it lingering out there. And this is coming from someone that was in default before. You gotta call them. You gotta address it. You gotta like try to work something out. And I hope that that's what happens, is that you call them and try to work out something. Let them know where you stand. That's all I got on that. Let me get back and get something to eat.